written by Alda Marshall Witherspoon and produced by New Hope Baptist Church. Unto this house, the King of Kings is born is a dramatic expression of the first Christmas, featuring more than your usual Christmas production. Playing for 8 shows at the Hibernian Hall from December 8th to the 17th, the show includes Broadway-style music, African dance, gospel music, ballet, poetry, mime, and puppetry. Here to fill us in on all the details, we have playwright Alda Marshall Witherspoon, New Hope Baptist Church pastor Reverend Kenneth Sims, and Hibernian Hall Artistic Director Dillon Bustin. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Wow, this really sounds very fun and very unique. How do you describe it to folks, your production here? It sounds very unique.
Indeed, indeed. I wanted to do something special with newborn Christmas, as it were, with dance and with mime and with puppetry, to sort of add a new spin to the normal sort of nativity scene.
Okay, all right. Now, Reverend Sims, can you talk to me about how and why New Hope Baptist Church got involved in the production of this event?
Yes. First, a year ago, the women of our church put on a 30-minute rendition of this play. And so I was introduced to Dillon, and he thought it may be a good idea that we bring this production on a bigger stage. And so that's where Hibernian Hall came in. And so also we thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for the church to come outside of the 4 walls, collaborate with the community, and to share our message in a different form, a different package through art and through theater.
Okay. Now, Dillon, talk to me about some of the sets and the decorations that we're going to see in this production.
The staging will be pretty minimal because it shifts frequently from scene to scene. I don't believe there are any live donkeys or sheep or goats, but you know, the crux of it is a very typical nativity scene around a manger. And my reading of the script is that Alda has placed unusual and distinctive emphasis on the figure of Mary.
Okay. Now, Alda, talk to me about how this production came to fruition and how you came up with the concept.
Indeed. So our First Lady, Shireen Sims, came to me last Christmas and asked me to help them with the church production. I don't think they realized what they were really getting themselves into, because I made it into songs, original songs that I wrote. You know, we brought in a small choreographer, you know, we had new costumes and everything, and so they had this unique presentation that isn't typical of your normal church fair.
Now, Dillon said that you placing particular emphasis on Mary?
Yes, Mary and Joseph, actually. We have dancers from Boston Conservatory of Dance as well as Berklee College of Music have come in to help us with our artistic expressions. And so Mary and Joseph come from Boston Conservatory of Dance, and they will be presenting a more Alvin Ailey sort of perspective, as we have Christine Comeres, who is from Alvin Ailey. She grew up there, and she has come to Boston recently, and she's been working with both Berklee and Boston Conservatory of Dance, and so she's bringing a wealth of dancers from there as well.
Reverend, for those who don't know anything about the New Hope Baptist Church, could you sort of give us a little overview of what you're doing over at your house?
Yes. Well, New Hope is a church that's located in the South End. We started in 1938, and we a very good church. Our members predominantly lived in that area of the South End during that time, up until 2000, the 2000s. And so we thought, because you know, we wanted to grow, we wanted to expand in ministry, we wanted to do more work with the community, we thought it would be a good idea to put our building up for sale and to find greener pastures. And so we did that. And now we're located in Hyde Park. And we have morning worships, we have your regular Bible studies, but we're doing, as late as last week, we did a home buyer, first-time home buyer program for people who were in need of homes. And so we want to be a spiritual place where people can come, but we also want to be a more holistic ministry where we can meet the needs, all the needs of the people. And so we're in Hyde Park now, and it's been a very good experience so far, and the people are very welcoming. And but yes, New Hope is a very good church.
It sounds like you're really making an effort to connect with the community.
Yes, yes. We want to be a community church, not just a church in the community, but we want to reflect the community where we reside.
Okay, all right. Now, Dillon, it sounds like obviously you're getting the word out nice and early for the show coming up. Getting good reaction from folks. How are people getting excited?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right. All right, that's good to hear. Alda, talk to me a little bit more about what folks can expect in the show, some of the fun things or unique things that the audience should maybe keep an eye out for.
Yes, Ethel Sykes is doing the costuming, and she does some magnificent work with sheets. This is like a pretty interesting story. She takes bed sheets and wraps them in such a way around the body in a spiral, and then she takes yarn and different ornaments, and she creates these fantastic costumes that are really mind-blowing. Last year, everybody at the end of the show, my family didn't tell me how fantastic I was. They were like, "And those costumes!" I said, "Okay, all right." So, so the costumes are absolutely exquisite. Vincent Ernest Siders, who is a magnificent actor, is co-directing the presentation, and he and Naheem Garcia, many people know in the community, is doing the narrator. So he has this magnificent voice, and he's in theater. So we have a great wealth of folks who are coming to the table, as well as puppetry. Tony Cato, who has been a puppeteer and a artist in the community, are making fantastic, larger-than-life puppets to sort of ignite your imagination when Joseph falls asleep in his dream sequence. We have puppets along with this sort of Alvin Ailey dance, fair. So it'll be very theatrical, very colorful, and exciting.
I was wondering how you're going to work the puppetry into it. I was curious about that. What about, I guess, partnering with the church, producing something like this? Traditionally, instead of going with a theater or something like that. That's
a really interesting form of expression in terms of ministry. I think that it's a beautiful canvas because you sort of have this spiritual undertones, and then you put theater on top of it. So it has a beautiful marriage, particularly around the birth of Christ.
Okay, and remind everyone, just 8 shows, right?
8 shows, December 8th through the 17th, Hibernian Hall. Tickets are $35. We really need support in terms of getting our tickets sold, and we're doing a fundraiser with T-shirts and caps and so forth.
And where do they get tickets? Can they go online or?
They're online, as well as down home delivery. Actually, in Dorchester is a site that one can actually go to, should they care to, in Dorchester. But otherwise, you may go online.
Okay, all right, and we'll leave it right there. Hibernian Hall. Everyone knows where that is. Alda Marshall Witherspoon, Dillon Bustin, and Reverend Kenneth Sims. Thank you all for coming in, and break a leg out there.
Thank you, Byron.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Okay, well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. For all of us here at Urban Update, have a great Sunday, everyone.